Hi there, everyone. Welcome to the Fallen Upload.
We're back. We're back with Fallen Chopped. Episode 2 this time.
That's right, Henry. We are doing, with graduation's coming up. We thought it'd be best to use this time to have what we call Master Chef Seniors.
As a way to send off the seniors of media production.
That's right. And the rule of the game is going to be pretty simple. We're going to have 4 contestants today. They'll be split off into pairs where they'll both be responsible for preparing 2 dishes.
And along the way, they'll be given special challenges that will hinder their progress through making this dish.
Right. Just to spice it up a little bit. Same ingredients, same recipes to work with, 2 different sets of contestants. So let's get started on Master Chef Seniors Not Fallen Chopped.
Hey, I'm Noah. This is my second year in media production. I am the executive producer this year. My experience in cooking is not great. I made cereal this morning. I'm excited to be here.
Hi, I'm Milo. This is technically my first year, but I've done things in the past before. And I am part of the pre-production crew. I won Fallen Chopped, and I've been baking pies all over the quarantine, so I hope I do good. Yeah.
Hi, I'm B. This is my first year in media production, and I'm in post-production. And I'm just gonna say, I'm Italian, so I guess I'm pretty good at cooking. I hope I'm gonna be good at cooking these dishes.
Kelly, second year. I think my most notable cooking moment is when I was grilling peppers for 15 minutes, and then I realized that the stove was off the entire time. So this should be interesting. Trying to actually cook a full meal. I'm also Italian.
Alright, now let's meet our panel of judges.
Absolutely. So, joining myself, we have a rather esteemed panel today. And so we'll go down the line.
Hi, my name is Bridger, and I am honestly more of a baker than a cooker, so I'm not super experienced in the cooking, but I've been baking a lot of bread and pies and such over the past few years, so I am excited to be here, and I hope I don't get poisoned.
Hi, I'm Ruby. I cook quite a lot, and I also bake quite a lot, so I feel that I'm somewhat experienced, definitely not a professional, but yeah, I also really do not hope that I get poisoned.
Hey, I'm Natalia. I know how to make soup, and I also signed a contract that says I don't have to eat the food, so happy to be here.
You'll be making 2 dishes. The first dish will be pad thai, and the second dish will be Vietnamese sticky rice cakes.
That's right. And you all have the same number of ingredients to work with, exact same ingredients, in fact. And you'll be able to decide how you're going to split up that work and who's going to prepare what and how it's going to work, because you're going to be split into pairs here. Henry, would you like to tell us the pairs?
And your 2 pairs will be Kelly and B, then Milo and Noah.
You will each have the same amount of time to prepare your 2 dishes to present before our judges' table. And we're going to spice it up a bit. In addition to the cooking utensils you see behind you, as well as this grill provided by the staff of media production, we're also going to be throwing some challenges your way. And we're going to start with our first challenge, which, Henry, if you'd like to reveal the first challenge into this sheet. All right. For our first challenge, as you will see, we have 4 items purchased from the Dollar Tree on Cedar Avenue. Each pair is going to have to incorporate 1 of these things in their dish. Sorry, I should say 2. Each person in each pair will choose 1 thing to incorporate. And we're going to do some trivia to determine who gets to pick their item first. And so it is first come, first served. The items we have are Tapatio ramen noodle soup, unsweetened applesauce, jarred mushroom bits and pieces, and an assortment of off-brand breakfast cereal.
Oh wait, that is off-brand.
Please note, for the breakfast cereal, you may use any or all of the breakfast cereal items as your included ingredient. Henry, let's go for our first piece of trivia. First person to raise their hand will be called on. If you get it right, you get to choose which item you'd like to pick.
All right, so this is going to be a little bit of trivia to test if any of you have actually paid attention in any of Kruger's classes.
Oh, sweet.
So,
No shot. No shot.
is the gravity in Flagstaff more or less than at sea level?
What?
Kelly.
It's equivalent. At sea level, it's equivalent.
We're wrong. Oh! Noah.
Less.
Radio.
Noah, please pick your item that you will be incorporating into one of your dishes.
I say we go mushrooms. Yeah, let's go mushrooms.
All right, please grab the mushrooms. Thank you, Kelly.
Get a hand in them.
All right,
Don't be so handsy, Kelly.
your next piece of trivia is pretty straightforward. In the classic novel,
Don't hit.
1984,
Okay, where's Joe? Where's Joe? I think I said Tale of Two Cities.
Winston draws something into the dust of the table at the Chestnut Tree Cafe at the end of the novel. What is it that he traces into the table? If you have already answered, you may not answer again.
There's so
Milo?
many.
2 + 2 = 5.
Got it. All right, fantastic. Milo, please take your choice of item.
So serious. They're all bad from here. It's up to you.
5, 4, 3, 2. All right. That means me and Kelly, you are left with Tapatio instant ramen and a collection of off-brand cereal.
Kelly and B, you two will be over here at that table, and you two will be over at the other station.
Here we go.
So, contestants, please go to your stations, and we are going to get started with MasterChef Seniors.
Not chopped.
Not chopped.
All right, so to start out, let's actually start with the pad thai, because that's probably going to take longer, right? Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
Okay, that works.
Gently, quickly. Toss gently, quickly, minutes until. Toss gently, quickly, minutes until sauce is absorbed by noodles. Add garlic chives and half the peanuts. Serve immediately, adding the rest of the peanuts and lime wedges on the side. All right. So immediately. Oh, you're already working.
It's
on
fine.
You know,
Okay.
Henry, toss gently, quickly minutes is my favorite Adele single off of 25.
Really? My favorite was minutes quickly chopped.
There we go.
Not chopped.
Of course, Dead Rising choppedly dropped the Wii port of Dead Rising for the Xbox 360.
Okay, so it looks like.
Another Cassidy zinger.
Kelly, if you start a fire hazard in here, how are you going to pay for it?
I'm sure Fall has a good insurance based off of history.
Okay? That's a bold answer. So, Kelly, what's racing through your mind as you start boiling some water for the noodles?
All that is blue and that scares me. I'm thinking.
At least you turned the fire on this time.
Noah, don't put the rice in the water. You have to put that in the microwave because it's a microwavable bag.
Yeah. So okay. So
The water is only for the noodles.
only for the noodles.
Yes.
Well, that makes our life simpler.
Do I have to use all the eggs, or both of them, or just one?
Everything is there for a reason.
All right, so both of them.
Let's
count.
use everything that's provided.
How do I turn this off in case of emergency?
Turn the knob off.
Yeah, turn the dial all the way to the right.
The one, oh, the one on the, okay. Alright, now we do that.
Our camera person looking to
There we go.
avoid starting a
Sweet.
fire in this room.
I am too, to be honest. Alright.
So do you have any idea how you're gonna be using your cereals?
No?
So you're still working on that. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna use them for like decorations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm creative.
Very creative, I see. Looks like Noah has cut off the end of the onion
I was supposed to do that, right? That's how I've always done onions. Well, I guess.
Opposed to Kelly cutting it haphazardly.
Oh, you're just implying that I did better than Kelly. Okay, that's good. I'm confident.
See, you're cutting your onion.
Yeah. Shut up.
Doing a fine job.
Okay.
Nice job.
Haha, got him.
I don't get it.
Clearly.
So Kelly seems to have gotten a handle on how he's cutting his onions, which is promising to see. But I did notice that he threw the garlic cloves in with the peel still on. And I believe he counted out 3 cloves, and one of those is 2 actual cloves just in a peel together. Do you feel that the fibrous nature of the peel is going to hinder this dish in any way, or walk me through what you're imagining, what's going through your head? I would also like to point out that to boil the noodles, Kelly did pour the boiling water into a cool plastic bowl to let the noodles sit with. I guess hoping that they will just naturally... Kelly is now pouring the water back into the pot. As I'm saying this, this could be gastronomy, things that perhaps I don't know in the kitchen. My mother was a cook, so who am I to judge? This could be some new age gastronomy that we just are not familiar with, like the chemistry of cooking. It seems like almost incoincident, or I'm sure it's no coincidence that Kelly took the hot garlic covered in oil out of the pan with his hands to rest them on the cutting board here, where he is now peeling them, presumably to cut them. So perhaps this is an advanced garlic roasting technique that Henry is speaking of.
I would like to bring attention to one of my favorite stories of my friend Kelly in the kitchen. Was he was making a pizza in the oven because he's Italian, and he didn't have any oven mitts around, or maybe he did and he just didn't want to get them. So he decided to get a wet rag. That's right. Get a rag, run it under the water, then go and reach for a hot pan right out of the oven. I believe that was a calculated risk on his part and probably some new age advancement, and he was unaware of steam burns at the time, or maybe didn't want them.
Well, Henry, of course, everybody knows when we're cooking, you need to complicate things as much as possible, and so you want to go for that high degree of difficulty. Mm-hmm. Cooking is very much a high risk, high reward play style, similar to if you're running like a glass cannon DPS build. So Kelly really is running glass cannon DPS in the kitchen.
Oh, I should have cut the onion this way first, and then.
Probably.
Okay, it's okay.
You can fix it. We're not past the point of no return.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
Oyster sauce.
Yes.
You gave me oyster sauce for pad thai with no oyster.
Oyster sauce is that's not what it's for.
It is not a dipping sauce or something that you put oysters in.
Cool. Ketchup.
Yes. Do you know what ketchup is?
With pad thai? Okay.
It would make my life much easier to. Why am I still doing it like this? I need to.
Even after you had mentioned that you were doing it the wrong way, you continue to continue on. That's great perseverance if ever I've seen.
All right, we're going to check in with our judges table here while our contestants continue to work some things out. And so, Natalia, can you just, what's running through your mind right now watching our contestants? I'm assuming you're familiar with Thai food, but how do you feel about their approaches to the recipes?
Little scared for the burning water. Not really sure Kelly is completely confident using the propane stove, but that's all right. He says he is. Don't know if I believe him. I see Bees over there. She always looks like she's doing something impressive. Looking around.
She did struggle with the microwave a little bit earlier.
A little bit of shaky confidence.
Okay. Ruby, same question. What's kind of running through your mind here as you look at these contestants? Are you seeing any concerning behaviors that you're noting, or pretty par for the course?
Well, I kind of, it's rough. It's rough. I am not looking forward to tasting this. I just hope that it is not inedible. Look for the pros here.
My biggest concern at the moment is that Kelly doesn't know what oyster sauce is or what it tastes like or what it does. So I'm quite concerned about that. Everything else is going kind of as expected at the moment, so we'll just have to see how the night progresses.
Speaking of tasty, appetizing things, we're gonna get into a spicy, tasty challenge. Yeah, that's right. So, contestants, your attention, please.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
I'd like you to hand over your kitchen knife, please, because all knives are being replaced with butter knives.
That's fine. That's fine. We're good.
Yeah, we're past the shopping phase, right?
I'm gonna
Yeah. Set it right there.
For the most
I mean, yeah.
Give me the.
Like permanently?
No.
Not permanently, right?
No. The butter knives are permanent, right? Yeah.
We'll
Yep.
survive.
That's
we'll survive.
fine.
It'll
You
be
know
fine.
what?
Oh, you already cut up the garlic. Oh, then yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
fine. We'll be fine. This could be longer.
Contestants, your first challenge is pretty simple since we're early on in the process, but you must incorporate one orange into one of your dishes. That can be either your dessert or it can be your pad thai, but you must use this orange.
Okay.
You do not have to use all of the orange, this has to be in that dish.
I don't have a microwave at my house. How do I use one? No. Don't help me. Don't
Yeah, but
help
you
me.
should read the instructions.
Trouble in paradise, Henry.
Trouble
I-
in paradise.
Okay, squeeze
Mr.
pouch to set.
Bessler
Oh,
does not know how to use a microwave.
I'm-
How tragic.
I can figure it out. I can figure. There are worse things not to know. Is this separated
Jeez.
enough? Yeah.
Trying to massage the rice.
Tier 2. It says separated. Look, separate. Alright, sweet. That's fine. You don't need to focus on it. It's fine. We don't have time to focus here. Okay. Tear 2 inches to vent. Venting, am I right? Among Us?
That's enough.
That's not.
Is Noah back on his
That's not 2.
Among
That's not
Us,
2 inches. That's like
rants?
here. Yeah, that's like 2 inches. Sweet.
Your microwaved rice, in a lot of ways, saved you in the competition. How are you? What are you thinking here about? I know you're not a judge. How are you feeling about Noah's approach to microwaving this bag of
I
rice?
open it.
I feel like this is not gonna end well. He can't even open the microwave, you know? So.
Hold on. Let me actually read this.
And he wasn't
he
even
has
reading the
inadvertently
instructions in the bag.
I'm fine.
saved
I'm
them
fine.
By helping her competition open the
Just
microwave.
open the microwave.
I'd like to remind everybody this is MasterChef Seniors. Noah will be going off to college, perhaps staying in a dorm where the only heating element he will have is a microwave. And he also set the timer for 30 seconds of the 90 that are required.
Hey, listen.
90.
I can add more time later. I can do
No.
2 sets of.
Why?
2 sets of. But
Spoken like a senior
not
a week
more
before the end of the
was
year.
30
Time
plus
zone
30.
90.
I
Spoken
got
like a
it.
true film
You
maker.
don't help me.
Noah,
I'm absolutely.
Noah, what's 30 plus 30?
It's 60. I know that. But then I do it again.
So we're back here with Bridger. Bridger, I remember you having quite a bit to say about Kelly's experimental cooking technique. And despite the optimism that you had going into this round of the ranks contestants, how are you feeling about Noah's strategy of, instead of setting the microwave for 90 seconds, doing 3 intervals of 30 seconds?
If I'm being entirely honest, I've never used microwaved rice, so I'm not really sure how it's gonna work out. I could see it in a way where cooking it slowly is better. No, that's good in a lot of scenarios. I could also see it in a way where it's not good at all. Where it heats up in the 30 seconds, it cools down just a little bit, and then it's gonna be hotter for longer, which could make it overcooked.
That's true. Ruby, you have to live with Noah. How can you vouch for? Is it true you do not have a microwave at home?
We do not, because our mom believes that microwaves are evil.
Okay.
Don't know why. That's fine.
Follow-up question: are you yourself able to operate a microwave?
I am.
Okay.
Noah, don't know if he ever has before this.
I'm trying my best here. I don't know.
By the way, the microwave's
That's not a
done.
question.
The beep happen is done.
Oh yeah, it's done.
No, I
oh,
can
frick.
work on that.
Smells Kelly's sauce here as he continues to work there. It seems that Kelly hasn't used a lot of ingredients.
I'm not.
You're not hearing what we're saying. He hasn't used a lot of stuff in here. I'm looking at this, and there's not a lot to this sauce. And for a good pad thai, you really need those flavors to combine. And I'm concerned that I believe there's only a quarter teaspoon in here of the rice vinegar, which could spell doom for a pad thai dish. So. Okay.
Fly.
Yeah, we have.
It feels like watching a small little gnome at work tinkering. A food tinkerer, if you would.
Speaking of tinkering and gnomes, I'm glad that Henry brought this point up. I'd like to throw in a senior fact for Master Chef Senior.
I'm allowed to pour this in the sink.
As long as you're not pouring noodles down the sink.
Great,
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know.
Noah wrote, directed, and produced of his own volition McGnome, which was an adaptation of Macbeth, but starring gnomes. Kelly ripped his shirt off in the film, and I gave a C for it, and he's pretty bitter. That's his fun senior fact.
And I'm also
Sexiest
pretty
C
sure
you'd
that
ever
Kelly
see.
threw tinkering away again at that slice of tofu, slab of tofu.
Push the pan aside for the egg.
Yeah, I am impressed on how they fared after we took their knives. It seems like
using a fork. I'm using a fork to cut tofu.
it seems like they are doing well without it, though. It will be interesting to see how
I'm
this.
using a fork to cut tofu.
I'm talking to the camera.
Okay, and we are
my
going-
mommy says hi to everyone.
Hi, Laura!
She's not on the phone anymore, but she's probably watching this. Hi.
Shout out to Henry's mom. Okay, so we're gonna have another challenge here. So,
My fork isn't long enough to cut the tofu tower.
and the challenge is no thumbs.
For the next,
Where's some tape?
10 minutes.
Not 10
No.
minutes. Not 10 minutes. For the next 2 minutes, our contestants will not be able to use thumbs in any
Yes,
capacity. You may not communicate verbally for 10 minutes. Okay, thank you. Judges will set the timer, but your 10 minutes starts now. No talking to one another.
Am I using my thumbs now, Henry? Am I using my thumbs now, huh?
You're clearly not. If you were, I would say something.
Okay, tofu is cut. Let's go.
Oh, thumbless!
Thumbs not used.
Nice job, Noah. Great technique.
Now, Kelly, obviously, you can't talk to B. B is motioning to you. Okay, all right. All right. So, Kelly, why don't you talk through how you interpret that direction?
We're timing the hair. We're glazing the hair of the onions, and after we get a tan after we tan the onions, then we're just gonna grill them. After we grill them, we're just gonna toss an egg in there.
No,
Come on, Noah.
you should just wait out the 30 seconds.
I don't have time to wait it out. I
Crack
can't use
it,
my thumbs.
thumbless. Huge props if you do.
Alright. We're gonna go with kind of a clever strategy here.
Looks like you're getting tempted to use those thumbs of yours.
I'm not. Look, no thumbs, no thumbs. Thumbs still in the air. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's a thumb. That's a
No,
thumb.
wait, no. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Oh, digging in the
Use thumbs
pinky.
now.
I can use my thumbs. Let's go.
Oh, without a thumb! Mostly.
This is gonna be fun. Expert at lighting this stove. Okay. Did I keep it? It's not a. Because I turned it off. I turned it I
An
tried
expert at lighting the stove, but not an expert at keeping it lit.
I failed at scrambling eggs. I didn't mix them. There's still the yolks. No, it's fine. I can do this now. I can.
So, Kelly, B, it looks like you have a few ingredients here that you are yet to use, including tofu, eggs, bean sprouts, peanuts, and cilantro. Also limes and chives. Language, Kelly. So it looks like Kelly's wanting to pour his sauce down the sink. Oh, he's wanting to water it down, it looks like.
How do I open this salt container? This is so.
already.
Is it already open?
So,
No, it's not.
what are your thoughts on their progress thus far?
How is it already open? It's much open.
I'm detecting. I'm concerned. There are there are indications of steep cognitive decline as cooking has commenced here. It started off really strong. It has ended with Milo retaining the strength that we would come to know him for, being Fall Chop champion, not affiliated with this program.
Definitely not Fall Chop.
Correct.
Oh,
But
I got it.
but Noah is slowly turning into like a deranged, crazy person.
I am fine.
One
I know
that
what you're
perhaps
talking about.
I'm speaking, please. One that perhaps you would expect to find on a highway around Flagstaff, looking for a ride to New Mexico for nefarious purposes.
As someone who's worked at bashes for a decent amount of time, I can promise you that I've met a few people who are at least as crazy as Noah is right now. And that's saying a lot. Bringing back the bowl that you had originally poured your boiling water into to boil your noodles.
This is a bold move, Henry. As you know, the strainer, the colander, was already used for the ginger. And so it'd be a matter of if you can rinse that out, perhaps. I would make sure you dump the ginger into the trash first, because there's garbage disposal into the trash. The ginger in the trash.
Okay.
Our second to final challenge here for contestants.
I would say add it now.
Add it now? How close are you to being done?
Simply says oven mitts.
Hey, they need to put on oven mitts.
Contestants, one of you must.
Contestants.
Contestants.
Bruh.
Children!
Oh.
For the next 5 minutes, one of you must be wearing oven mitts the entire time.
See, they don't impact my stirring ability at all.
I would like to bring to your attention that you still have full, capable movement of your thumbs.
You can talk to each other.
I was supposed to do this like pasta. Then why did you put it here? You Italian? Oh. Okay. Just take this.
Italian on Italian violence and arguments, you hate to see it, Henry.
You really do.
I'm afraid these are not going to be hardened by the time.
So it looks like you still need to use your limes,
Yep.
cilantro, and is there anything else?
Nope.
And you've put your toasted sesame seeds inside of your...
Oh, I can take off the oven mitts! Let's go! Is this more sauce? Yeah, there's more sauce we can add.
Yeah.
So it still looks like you have your required ingredient, which is the ramen, and some chives. Looks like peanuts.
Henry, look at me.
Uh-huh, I'm still looking.
I'm gonna take care of it. Get off my back.
I have an idea. Let's put the
Okay, like
let's cut
fruit
the
salad.
peanuts and put them here and like.
The peanuts are right here.
While they solve this dilemma and they've added the tofu, I'd like to take this moment to thank everybody for watching.
I
Who's
have no
still
idea
watching?
when the tofu is
This is going very well.
I don't know when tofu's ready.
Me neither. I never cooked tofu.
That's fine.
I don't know what else to say.
I'm feeling okay. I definitely think we did better than the other team.
So, speaking of confidence,
Oh no.
We did another
we're up to our
class.
last challenge of this competition.
Yeah.
Contestants, are you ready?
I just want a second plastic fork, please.
Well, good news. You won't be needing that anymore, because you can only use chopsticks to cook from now on.
Why?
You're kidding me.
So, what's interesting is Ruby's been taking up in. Speaking of Ruby, Ruby's been taking up an interest in Japanese cooking, right? Which has been great because it's super yummy. However, the bad thing is I'm forced to use chopsticks. I'm really bad at it. I never know how to do it. I suck at it, which makes this extremely difficult. Now, the problem is I want to taste this to see how it works, but I think I might have to go with the interesting strategy here. So I'm gonna do this between the chopsticks, take this off the heat a little bit, and try it.
Pull off gently until the sauce mixes in. Here.
Like this?
I got some ideas.
Like this? Oh, like this?
Let me see.
You have to.
Let me see.
Is that not like incorporated?
Get off my back.
I wasn't, but okay.
Oh, I see. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Shut up. No, Henry, shut up. Shut up.
Okay.
It says toss! Get off my back, Ruby!
That's what we call the jostle at the office, Max.
Don't bully my.
You would jostle papers so that they would collate properly.
Mm-hmm.
You need a machine that did it would like vibrate and the papers
nice.
does like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that looks pretty good. Hold on.
These are like.
Actually,
They're all together. It smells good.
that smells pretty good.
Your face is really telling a tale. You seem to be having a bit of trouble getting that noodle in.
Milo, start making the rice better.
Oh no.
So, what do you think of your dish?
Question, Milo.
Let me try.
How were let's say hypothetically the noodles were really chewy, like unfortunately chewy.
Huh?
Get the steak away.
Yeah, I see it. I see water.
Okay. That's probably enough for this bit.
That's good.
Oh, that's a really bad angle. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts.
No,
Please take it. Please take it. Please take it.
Great team dynamic.
Genius! It really is that extra layer of emulsion that you want to emulsify the sauce
More.
with the egg
We should put. Well.
and
Should we just go down the line?
All right, Bridger is sharpening his utensils to make this easier to consume. Contestants, please step back while we begin our judging.
Okay.
All right, judges, if you would all like to please take your bites, we'll then run down the line for initial impressions.
I just want to say that this is sticking to the table, which is not a great sign, but
It's happy.
yes, it is.
Looks like it's left a small trail of...
This is not follow chopped.
Not volatile. Of something. Shout out to Veda.
Okay. So as we take in our initial impressions, I'm going to have, starting with Bridger, we'll start down the line. So Bridger, as you're trying this, would you like to sample, give us a little a sampling of what's running through your mind? How are you starting with presentation as well as taste?
It is better than I expected. Presentation-wise, it is mostly one color, which, isn't the greatest, but the taste is good. The noodles are a bit stickier and chewier than they should be, I think.
There's your color.
And I haven't
So
had
we're gonna deduct
the...
point for rudeness.
I haven't had any of the uncooked tofu yet, so I'll have to see how that
It's
turns
actually
out.
not bad. It is warm. That's
It is
nice.
warm.
Lime. What? Okay. So in pad thai, lime usually isn't zested. No, it's never zested. You add it a wedge to the side as like side,
Garnish.
sprinkle a little lime juice on it. They did not do that. They zested like an entire lime. You can taste that. But yeah, it's a lot better than I actually expected. It's edible.
Yeah, and while the lime is a little bit out of character, it isn't horrible. It fits in well enough. It's definitely edible.
Yeah, it doesn't taste exactly like pad thai, but it is somewhat there, and it's not bad.
I'm sorry, no. No. The first bite was fine. It got progressively worse as it sat in my mouth. Just, okay.
Let's see when should we judge this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Want to grab some chopsticks? All right. I guess we'll try some of this. That's gross. All right. So let me just give this a little try here. Thank you. Yeah, presentation. I'm gonna agree with Bridger. Does not look particularly appealing, but let's see how this goes. You know what? As my co-host here digs in, I have to commend you. Like, I think the flavor profile is there. I do wish there was a little more brightness from the lime, but the cilantro kind of cuts through a little bit. I didn't taste quite as much peanut as I'd like, or I didn't see too much garnish on the top there. Tofu and egg is actually not too bad. The noodles are a little just overcooked. They got to that gummy point. They really need to be hit with cold water as soon as that water boils. But beyond that, pretty impressive considering the hardships that you went through.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Still eating.
It tastes...
I'm really hungry.
The second it hit my mouth, I thought, slimy. It's very, very slimy. The noodles are very, very slick and slimy. The tofu is, again, super slimy, super squishy. So I don't know about the mouthfeel, but...
The tofu seems to be the texture of wet cat food.
This episode not sponsored by probiotic prescription wet cat food to prevent kidney disease, which is what my cat Maddie, shout out to Maddie, will be going on in the near future. So just not in any way affiliated, totally coincidental remark from one of our judges.
It's definitely pad thai reminiscent.
I would not be upset if I got this as street food.
This is the. Yeah, it's cut in half. Ironically, that is spicier than the pad thai. It's it's not bad though. I really like spice. It's not like spicy, but it's not spicy. You know?
I don't get any spice at all.
I don't either.
Yeah, I've gotten nothing.
Okay, then I'm just weird. Maybe it's the ginger.
I think for me it needed a little bit more sugar. I feel like it's pretty mild. Like it's inoffensive. It's not bad in any way. I wish it were a little sweeter. It's a little bland, but I think overall, like given what was worked with, I maybe would have even put in like a little bit of orange juice onto it, maybe like to this like give it a little more sweetness to the actual rice itself. But yeah, I think the frosted flakes were an inspired choice given what you had to work with, and it's overall not bad.
Yeah, and you do get subtle sweets in there, but I think that it could have used with a little bit more of the frosted flakes, if anything. It would have added a bit more of that sweet and a little bit of a different texture to it, a little bit more of the crunchiness. But it is edible. It is decent. The shape was beautiful.
It was very clean.
Yeah, well done.
I do like the seeds though because they do add a little variety of texture.
Mm-hmm.
And the rice is not undercooked.
No!
It did come from a microwavable bag.
No, don't say that!
I would like to point out really quick that you can see that it turns a little bit lighter in the middle. Doesn't look like the flavor seeped in all the way. So I will have to take off a few points for that.
But it's not bad. It's
Nope.
very mild in terms of flavor, everything. But it makes me want to go back for seconds, unlike the other one, which I felt like I needed to go back to understand what it was. This feels like it's good enough to finish.
I wouldn't be mad if I got this in like maybe like a small restaurant.
Again, street food. I think if you put like honey over this, you add like a little sauce to it. I think this would be actually really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Well, cool. All right.
Oh, Henry. Oh, wait.
Henry,
Hold on.
this
Wait.
way.
Okay.
I don't-
Here. We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Presentation is actually a lot better than the other one.
Agreed.
Off the bat, I'm loving the contrast of the green with the earth tones.
The nice cilantro accent.
It smells like pad thai, which is great.
Ooh, it does.
It does.
Oh, I really like, you can definitely smell the peanut, but it's not overwhelming,
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
which is really good.
It's still hot.
Ooh, improvement.
I'm gonna say this is better than it has any right to be. This is actually quite good. The texture of the noodles, as I think Noah you realized, and Milo is it's actually it's not great, but I think you handled it well. And actually, the mushroom, for being from the dollar store in a jar, not too bad.
And the noodles are definitely less chewy, less sticky than B and Kelly's.
I do want to point out that I got no mushrooms and no tofu. So,
Minus 40 points.
automatic fail.
40 points from Gryffindor.
Yeah, I think this is actually well done. The crushed peanuts really add to it. I'm a little disappointed the tofu became a scramble. It kind of just merges together and makes for pretty one-note texture. Would have liked to see the tofu cooked first and maybe like a little firmer. just it's not all smushed together. But like this is, I'm genuinely impressed.
But again, the tofu texture is much better than being Kelly's uncooked tofu.
I would, if I ordered this from like some small restaurant, I would be happy with what I got.
Better street food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're recording.
Right off the bat, the presentation on this one isn't as good as last time.
Don't throw your plate.
The shape isn't quite as firm as the last one.
Chunky.
And yeah, the applesauce is somewhat off-putting.
I will say this is a unappealing presentation. It looks like a pile of cat puke.
Don't say that.
So, I think adding the palm sugar to the unsweetened applesauce is a good move. The problem is I don't think there's enough palm sugar on the rice. The rice is very, like, all of the sweetness and flavor comes from here, and I think the toasted sesame seeds get lost in the applesauce. Is kind of where that comes down.
Yeah.
Also, it seems like the applesauce has made the structure somewhat weak of the pile of rice, so it's a little bit difficult to pick up.
This is just long grain rice and apples.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still eat it, but like...
It does not feel like a Vietnamese street food dish. It feels like they made some minute rice and put some applesauce on it.
The texture is making me gag. I hate it. The taste isn't terrible, but it's not good either. I think you focused on the pad thai probably, and then not so much on this, which, you know, shows. But yeah.
All right, everyone. That concludes our shoot for tonight. It's really late. Cooking took much longer than expected.
About 4 hours. Yep.
Yep. Cassidy said, "Hey, how hard can this be? The longest it'll take is 30 minutes." It's taken 4 hours.
I didn't factor in the fact that we were in Flagstaff. We're towards the end of the year here. NAU is out of town, or is out of classes.
Mercury is in retrograde.
Mercury's in retrograde. It's a full moon out there, and so I forgot to factor in this how busy downtown would be. And so getting Thai food in Flagstaff, forgot to account for that. It's like 3 hours. So we've been here. It's 9 o'clock. We've been here since about 5 doing this. This is a mess, but this has been Master Chef Seniors 2021, whatever. B's
Not follow chopped.
B is asleep in the corner, which I think means that given that and everybody else is left, we're gonna clean this up. We're gonna head out and we'll have our final judging coming up soon.
At a later date.
A later date, because people aren't here to judge. So
we're tired.
This is correct.
You want to go home.
Ruby wants to go home. Thank you guys for
watching this section.
Yep.
This part.
Yeah, we'll
see you at the judges' table.
We can start cleaning up.
The judging. Okay.
Welcome back to MasterChef Senior Edition. You might notice that we are in a different environment. We're filming this during journalism. Is that right, Henry?
Yeah, it's 2 days later.
We learned our lesson from Follow Chopped last year.
Not affiliated. This is not Follow Chopped.
Unaffiliated, unrelated projects. Different creative lead on that one. But we learned our lesson and waited 48 hours before doing our final judgment to our contestants. Judges, welcome back. How are we all feeling?
No one got sick. Woo, let's
This is true.
go.
That is something to celebrate. We can clap for that.
Yep, that's... You know what? Yeah. Good on all of you for making edible dishes.
My contract says I have to be here, but I did not get sick from the one bite of food I took either, so we're doing good.
We can clap for that too. Okay.
And I achieved my goal and I didn't get poisoned.
And if a Sonic the Hedgehog movie had come out this year, I would not have missed it. So let's there you go. We're back to that too. All
Sonic 2? Is it in the works?
Sonic and Knuckles or whatever they're calling it. I think it's
Sonic and Tails
Thank you.
isn't out yet, so...
Alright, appreciate it. Let's continue and get this over with so we can let everybody get back in the classroom. Alright everyone, attendance has been run. We are going to now film this, so we'll start with kind of the winning pair. And so,
All right.
Henry, if you'd like to announce the winning pair.
Could I get a... Yeah, that. The winning pair is Kelly and B.
All right. So Kelly and B want to explain a little bit about why we feel that you were the winning pair of contestants here before we get into awards. We do have an award. We do have an award for everyone, so everybody walks away with something of varying degrees of quality. That being said, Kelly and B, we just want to point this out. So, Noah and Milo, reason you didn't come in first place. Overall, your pad thai dish was the superior of the two savory dishes, right? The desserts was a little bit of a disappointment.
A little?
It was a lot of bit of a disappointment. We do not blame that on anyone for reasons you will see in a moment. You will hear. But Kelly and B, I don't know if it was the Italian fire within you, but it started at a simmer and then came to a boil quite literally. And then you took the boil off the heat and it kind of just went lukewarm, but then boy, you ended strong.
And then you put a bunch of oil on a pan that
yes.
didn't catch fire, but felt like it was about to start smoking.
This is correct. And so really, it's a miracle that anything you produced was edible. And so it set the bar so low that we came in with this, and you hit like here by comparison. So that is why you were the winning team. You wrote the rubric and then destroyed it. So
I'd like to thank my Nona. She obviously helped me out, like figuring out this dish.
That's enough. Let's keep going.
We're not taking thank yous from the participants.
We're not taking thank yous from participants. But we are going to start with awards, and we will begin with Milo and Noah. So we have a couple awards here to present. And so Ruby, as our first judge here, go ahead and present your award to the contestants.
So, Noah, you were the worst. So, you contributed almost nothing. You tried to ruin the pad thai. Luckily, Milo brought it back, so we give you horse participation.
Noah, you were the real horse.
We can clap that. That is an award sponsored and designed by myself, based on an Amazon page for a real ribbon. Look up horse participant ribbon. It's like $22 for a dozen of them. Anyways, we've made our own. Bridger.
Milo, despite having a horrible teammate, you really pulled through. You looked amazing, despite what the ribbon says. You actually did look amazing, and and you did a very good job. So we are presenting you with best looking.
I'd like to ask, you stunningly held your composure while hard carrying Noah. And the fact that you did not just walk out immediately speaks volumes of your character, and so you maintained that ability to overperform. Yeah,
Congratulations.
Natalia, next we're going to go on to Kelly and B. So go ahead and present your award.
In the short hour that I was there, I wasn't able to see Noah Milo's dish, but I'm a little bit scared of it from what I've been hearing. But when I was there, I was watching you make your rice cakes, and even though I didn't eat them, they looked absolutely delicious. Your presentation was amazing. That's why we decided to give you best presentation. There you go.
That is a one-page sketch of Lando Calrissian from Star Wars. Is that correct, Natalia?
Yes, it is.
Okay, fantastic. All right, which brings us to our final award, which is the grand prize.
Oh God, I'm terrified.
Which we can assume goes to the remaining contestant who has not received a ribbon.
Oh God.
So Kelly, we are going to present to you the grand prize for winning this, and I want to explain a bit about why you're receiving this award. Going into the competition, I think it's safe to say concerns were had.
Low expectations.
Low expectations, yes. Concerns were had. And You had some experimental cooking techniques, to say the least. Bringing a pan up to heat with oil in it, taking it off the heat multiple times, tossing garlic into it whole, and removing it to cut it was not my idea of effective.
Boiling water, then putting that onto uncooked pasta to boil the pasta. Interesting technique.
Yes, your chopping of an onion. I've never had to intervene that hard in order to teach
All
you how
right,
to chop.
I will
an
say
onion.
in my defense, I was gonna cut it right, and I looked over and I saw Henry staring at me like I was about to kill his child, and I was like,
I stare at people a lot, Kelly.
and that's the
this
only
isn't
reason I
new.
cut it the way that I did, where you stopped me. 'cause
Yes,
you're
and
scared.
so in a lot of ways we can chalk a lot of the success up to B, salvaging the meal. That being said, these experimental cooking techniques were things we've never seen before, and you were by far the most entertaining contestant. You turned your rage into. You started at an 11, and you maintained a steady 14 the entire evening, and did not once kind of explode. You got a little combative, but it made for good drama. And speaking from a personal note, this is a long time coming. You kind of been the butt of a joke for a lot of our films in this class. And so I wanted to present to you this award to show you how much we appreciate your hard work and dedication to creating these pilots of series that never even took off the ground, but you still kept at it. So you get this award, which is Master Chef Senior 2021 of the Cool Guys Sunglasses thing, signed by the non-seniors of media production. So here you go.
So sweet.
This is for you. And I would like to also award you, it still smells like wood stain, and I think I got wood stain in my hand, but that's okay. It's natural wood, it's fine. It's organic from Michael's. 20% off the entire purchase. But the other thing I want to say is really excited, hoping that you take journalism again next year. We really want to put up the second episode, whatever show you want to pilot. We would love to kind of give you a series of your choice. Sorry, Ruby? Yeah.
He's graduating. That's the entire point of this. Master Chef Senior.
Are you
Not
are
junior,
you passing
senior.
Are you passing their classes?
Not at first, but I mean, I've actually had more time on my hands.
So you are
I've got some extra cash for cash prize.
Okay, well in that case, we'll give a scholarship
Alright, but here.
fund for Kelly.
Yeah.
Just want a couple hundred, yeah.
All right, come here. Come here.
I'm not gonna hug you.
Come here.
I'm not gonna hug you.
Neither.
It's not good.
Kelly, please don't hug somebody and then whisper, "Now that's good." All right, everyone. One more round of applause for our seniors. It's been a ride. We did actually film for about 4 hours and 10 minutes the other night, and we cleaned up till about 10. So thank you, everyone, and we thank our contestants, and we look forward to seeing y'all next year. So.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.